a mess of my table. Oh, it fell. I've got to clean up. Hi, Jen. Hi, Ozana. What is up? Wow. TV's on echo over there. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. I didn't know what to title this video because I actually have not been keeping up with what's like really going on in like K-pop. I've been so caught up in what's going on politically that like I was invested in that. Let me stop shaking the table. That I have not seen what's going on in K-pop. Ozana Young says, love the hair. Oh, okay. Y'all like the hair. Thank you. Yes. Hey, Queen. Hey, Malaka. Let me back up off the table. And I'm going to pull this forward so I can see. Okay. Put the lion over there. I don't know. Okay. Hi, Historia, Softy, Babe Ruth. Line Historia says, your hair is gorgeous. Literally looks like a fairy. Really? Thank you. Yay. Hi, everyone. JYP unfollowed 3 of the Got7 members? Like, JYP unfollowed the actual members? Are you serious? Are you serious? Wow. Wow. What members is it? What members did he unfollow? Like, what member? And Bam Bam said, please. See, and now I have to do another Got7 channeling. If I can get the chance to, I'm going to try to get one out by like maybe next week. I have to. Like, I have to do another Got7 channeling. Black Dude Speak says, it's only January 9th and the mess is getting messier. Everything is chaotic. From political to music, everything is super freaking chaotic. It's super chaotic. Wow. Like, okay, it's only, oh, wait, hold on. Babe Ruth said, I wouldn't be shocked if Bam Bam doesn't resign with JYP. Ozana Young says, Bam Bam, Jin Young, and Mark. Really? He never. I mean, I'm not surprised that he never followed JB because I think isn't JB the one who kind of has his own sort of music thing on the side, or where I don't know. He has something that he makes music for on the side. I'm just gonna say I'm not surprised that he unfollowed. I mean, he never followed JB. JYP has always been petty. He said, look, let me grab Rain right quick. Let me steal some black music and show you that, you know, we can do it without you. As long as black people as long as black people have music or stuff we can steal from, we can survive without you. Sorry for my nails, y'all. It's chipped paint. I did not get them done. As you can see, like I literally just got back from the salon. They spent all day on this. My head is kind of sore. I'm honestly dreadfully tired. But you know, here I am. Sorry if I line my lips. This is looking like. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Usagi. Okay. Let's see. Black News, because if Bam Bam goes to Art of Movement, J Park is gonna have a ball. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh God, really? Young J deleted photos with JYP and as well as a cover of JYP's song, says Ozana. I heard, that's what I did hear. Back Nina Speak says, but you cute though. Hey, thank you. Bam Bam responded to a fan with a meme dissing JYP. Oh, word, good. So, Momalaka says, "Are they yam braids?" I just asked for individuals. They're just individuals. Um, I've never heard of yam braids though. I'll look it up and see what kind of like braiding style that is. Ozana Young says Got7 is definitely leaving. JYP. I wouldn't be surprised because when I did the Bam Bam reading, I already dropped the Bam Bam reading on YouTube, right? I think I dropped all the individual member Got7 readings that I did recently already. So yeah, I mean Bam Bam was already deliberating leaving, and he's just like, okay, well, I'm gonna see how the other members are looking, and if they're looking a type of way, then I'm gonna bounce too. Yarn. Oh, okay. No. Black Nuna Speak says all of JYP's dirt is coming out and I'm enjoying it. I really hope like JYP runs into some type of trouble. Like I would really hope for that. Yeah, I thought it said yam braids. I don't know. Y'all know I can't see. So I didn't see yarn braids. I saw yam braids. No. No. They're not, it's not yarn. It's connect a line, y'all. Let's see, you called in your readings, especially with their contracts coming up this year. This is the year for contracts to be renewed. They and look, they're like, nah, not with JYP, not with JYP. Let's see. Yeah, I think Got7 is going to. See, I wonder what Jackson is going to do because I picked up on Jackson leaving years ago, and I'm like, he's still here for whatever reason. So I really want to know what Jackson is going to do. I honestly, I don't know what it's going to be looking like. I'm still waiting for Jin Young to give an official answer. Let's see. Lifetime Last says, "Hi Lioness, how are you doing? Have you heard about what happened to Momoland Nancy?" I'm doing fine. Head is sore, very tired. No, I have not heard about what happened to Momoland's Nancy. Feel free to fill us in on it. Also, welcome, Cubs. I don't know if I actually greeted you all when I started it. Let's see. Bam Bam and Yuguam are best friends, so if one leaves, the other will. Okay, so that makes sense. The reading, I don't know. I associated it with Jin Young because I knew for sure that Jin Young was deliberating leaving. But see, here's the thing: for y'all who watch my Jin Young reading, if you didn't, go ahead and go watch it as soon as you're done with this, or if you want, I don't know, you can watch. I don't know what order y'all want to watch it, but I remember I was reading it. I said, pretty much everybody or a few of them are going to be hell-bent on leaving. And I feel like Jin Young may, it's a possibility. It's like a coin flip. May be the one to do some mess. Let me not curse. Okay, we're 8 minutes in. I can curse. May do some mess to kind of have everybody feeling like he's a betrayer. If y'all remember, everybody's like, okay, well, Jin Young's leaving, we're gonna leave, everybody's gonna leave, and then Jin Young's like, actually, I decided I'm gonna stay. And people are having a discussion in the comments, like, well, I don't see it as betray. If he does it for his career and everything, I don't see it as betrayal either. But I was reading it as how they would see it. The members would see it like, oh my God, like you turned your back on us. I thought we were all in one accord. So I'm kind of waiting to see what is going to come of that. Okay. Jackson appears to be the only one in Got7, name only to me. Someone says, what happened to Nancy is so gross. Well, what happened to her? Black Nuna Speak says, I want Young Jay to leave. All he wants to do is make his own music. But that cinder block face looking crew and JYP keeps blocking his creative control. Actually, all of their creative control. I agree. I agree. Lifetime lasted. So basically, some staff member took a photo of Nancy while she was changing after her changing her clothes and leaked it. Wow. Oh well, somebody is pressing charges. Pressing charges. Somebody need to press some charges. Somebody needs to go to jail. Somebody needs to go to jail. Somebody needs to go to jail. Somebody needs to be fined. Somebody like shoot. They need to do what they do best in those companies, and they need to sue. Like press charges. Do what you have to do. Do what you have to do. Um, Mama Moo's contract is also ending this year, but they're ill. Okay, so that's why they were. I've got a few requests for Mama Moo again. I'm like, why Mama Moo again? I don't think Mama Moo's gonna go anywhere. I don't think Mama Moo's gonna go anywhere. I mean, I don't think their company like makes them take responsibility for what they do. Honestly, they're still successful regardless. So I don't think they would probably leave their company at all. Um, I do feel like they're members who can absolutely lead the company and be absolutely successful and just take off. But I don't like them. I don't like them like that. But just generally, I do feel like maybe what two members can actually literally leave Mamamoo and be extremely successful without their company. So whatever they do is up to them. Ozana Young says like JYP is already in debt, but they're gonna be in more debt if Got7 leave. Absolutely, those stocks are gonna drop so hard. I saw the stocks already dropped once YouGlom left. When YouGlom left, them stocks was like, you know what I mean? So hopefully, um, but they still have twice though, and they're gonna work twice half to death. Oh fudge! I don't know what they're gonna do because all of the pressure is going to fall back on twice once, Got7 makes up their mind. Jen says South Korea don't care about women. Yeah, that's true. True. There are rarely real consequences for these types of crimes in Korea, says Umi. From what I've noticed, it's depressing. Yeah. Momolake says Mama Moo ain't going nowhere. Agreed. The butterfly says I support Jin Young. He's so peaceful. Agreed. Black Nuna Speaks says poor twice. Oh yeah, they have ITZY. I love ITZY too. Oh my god. Yeah, I really don't want them overworking my girls. And it's funny because I always like said, JYP makes music for women, to be honest. Like, not saying that they can't make. Sorry, I cut my. I was cutting the ends. Not saying that they can't make, music for boy groups at all. But what I mean is, JYP is so good at making catchy girl songs. I don't know what it is, but he has a knack for girl groups and girl group songs. And he really, instead of wasting these boy groups' time, he should have focused on literally perfecting his skills with handling girl groups. Okay, with handling them. That's what he needed to freaking do. But I mean, that's just on a business side of things, I guess. All in all, I would like for him to fail, or like something. And it's just like I can't even want him to fail, because if I want JYP to fail, that means I want ITZY and Twice to fail. Like, it doesn't mean I want them to fail, but that's what would happen. So it's so hard when you hate a company and you like the groups, because it's just like you don't want the company to succeed, but you also know them succeeding is literally the paychecks and what's going to feed these idols, and you're like, dang, you're caught between a rock and a hard place. Ozana Young says, isn't JYP debuting 3 new groups this year? I didn't know that. 3? So it said that's big hit. Babe Ruth says it's big hit. Momalaka says JYP is a female in his spirit. What? Um, what if K-pop just plummets? K-pop, I mean, from my point of view, I like K-pop, but coming from a black person, I do get very tired of seeing our stuff stolen and used, bastardized, and then being disrespected all in the same song and breath. So, if it plummets, it's gonna be like sad face. Oh well, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna be like, oh well, it's a shame. All they had to do was just sit there and make their music and relax, but they couldn't do that. So, um, says abolish K-pop. I be like that too. Sometimes I be like, abolish K-pop, but wait, after my favorite groups are done, once they're done with their careers, then we can abolish K-pop. like like not until my favorite groups actually when they disband, when they're ready, then we can we go ahead and just destroy everything else. Sasang leaked photos of Jungkook. Yes, I saw they leaked photos of Jungkook blonde. What do they do? Steal his phone? Because those were absolute selfies. Like when I thought okay, they leaked photos, I thought, would be like something from the bushes or Jungkook out someplace and they had a zoom in and they, filmed him or whatever. But what did they do? They steal his cell phone? K-pop will go down in the USA eventually. K-pop will die down once BTS and Blackpink leave. I'm gonna be honest. I think K-pop is gonna die down in America anyway because BTS is not producing good enough music. No shade, but BTS is. Here's the thing: how I feel about BTS. BTS got popular off of their kind of, you already know the whole song and dance, rap and hip hop style music. Also their mixture of reggaeton and other kind of types of music. They got popular off of the kind of sort of the way the style that K-pop actually brings. But once they got over to America, they started producing Americanized music. And and I mean really Americanized music. And even with readings that other people have done, it's like the public is just kind of like, well, you're giving us back what we were already giving. So now y'all are not interesting. I mean, everybody's gonna still stand because it's BTS, but in my personal opinion, the music is just the same quality as music that's already here. And so why would I go back to BTS, from which I stand before, for music that I can literally already hear on albums and radio right here in my language? Like I'm not hearing no war of hormone over here. I'm definitely one of those that I'm the army that kind of stands their older music. So I'm not hearing war of hormone. I'm not hearing blood, sweat, and tears. I'm not hearing that over here, right? But all that other stuff that they've been putting out recently, I'm like, girl, this sounds like every other song. Like bring like I don't know. I also very much miss my rap line being a lot more prominent on the albums. But that's just me. That's just me. Okay, oh wow, chat is going pretty fast. Make sure you guys like the video, by the way. Okay, hold on. Black Nuna Speak says Dynamite getting on my last nerves. Lord help the children. Dynamite's getting on my nerves too. I cannot stand Dynamite. They put out another song. I cannot stand them. I'm like, it's almost to the point. I'm like, oh my god, please just stop releasing music. Stop releasing music until y'all actually release what RM wrote. Until y'all actually release what Suga is writing. I don't want what the same producers and writers who are over here writing music. I don't want what they release. I don't want that. I don't want that. We already have that. Put RM on the mic. Put RM in the studio. Put Yoongi in the studio and release what they have written. All of them have at least 100 songs each. Release that. Release that. I don't want this. I don't want this bubblegum pop. Give me what they wrote. If RM wrote a whole depressing ass album, give it to me because Mono was my shit. So I don't care. Y'all talking about they telling RM, oh, it's too dark, it's too depressing. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. That whole let me not curse. That whole album RM wrote is non-skip, no skips, no skips. Same with J Hope's, no skips. Same with Yoongi. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, that's what I want. That's what I want. And Shadow was like my favorite song in the recent times that was released by Yoongi. I love Shadow. I love Shadow. That just get me in my feelings. I'm gonna be real. It get me in my feelings. Like, I want BTS's genuine work. That's what I want. I don't care for what they're putting out now. I'm going to wait till that passes. Unfortunately, I had to unstand because 3 albums in, I'm like, girl, I can't do this. Still like and appreciate BTS. I'm always sitting there waiting to see if they drop something good. But right now, I guess I'm back over there with non-existent XO because they're they in the army and stuff, so I'm not getting nothing from them either, but at least I know that all of their albums I actually really like. I really like their albums. Butterfly says, yes, August DRM in the studio. Actually, J-Hope needs to be there. He absolutely does. He absolutely does. Because that album was a banger. Cookie Monster says, were you able to do a reading on Dio? I was not able to. I was pretty sporadic this week with readings. And I may be a little bit sporadic next week. I'm going to get back in the flow of things very soon. I'm just kind of like, there's a lot of things that I'm trying to bring into the new year. And so I don't really have time to overly focus, as well as actually y'all have been going ham in purchasing personal readings. So it's actually, I was sitting there like on Patreon, like this is kind of getting, y'all are actually going hard. Like, because I was like, how am I going to do like 6 videos for Patreon? And I got 14 personal readings to do in the same week. So I got like, I'm sitting over here with like 14 personal readings that are private. And then I have to do 6 videos for the week. Or let's see, girl, let me count. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's like 20 readings in a week. And I'm like, oof, oof. And, y'all are showing me a lot of love over there. So more people are coming every day and they're like, oh, let me get readings. To double down on that, y'all are like, hey, I want more than 1 reading a week. And so it's got to the point that I'm like, okay, well, y'all got to go through Patreon. I'm at PayPal now. It's chaotic and I love to see it. I love it. So shout out to all of y'all who are supporting me on Patreon. All of you who are purchasing readings, I love you all so much. Thank you, Cubs. I really do appreciate y'all. Y'all are really helping me out. You know what I mean? Y'all don't know how much it means to me. I love you, YouTube Cubs, all of y'all. Y'all don't know how much it means to me. I'm going to try to work really hard. I'm going to try to set up an Instagram as well where I can give you guys like really 2-minute readings or like really short yes or no answers. I really feel like hold up. CA the butterfly says tear is really heartfelt. Yeah, that's my John. I plan on setting up an Instagram account soon. So if it's like little questions like, is so-and-so leaving or so-and-so staying or is so-and-so all right, I can pull a few cards and put up really short videos to answer those questions. So stay tuned for that. I have a lot that I'm kind of trying to make for you guys. That's coming in store within this month and February. So the readings may be sporadic both on YouTube and on Patreon, but I'm going to try to keep it the same for as long as I can. Jalen says, I like BTS songs, but do miss the old BTS songs a lot. Yeah, that's how I feel. Because the most recent album, I literally like half the album, but it's only like 6 songs. I like 3 of the songs. I'm like, these are good. But only like 1 is super great for me. You know what I mean? Whereas in the other songs, like, like they literally had me crying like every other song. Like every other song. Like Taehyung coming up there with his song had me crying. Yoongi coming up in there with First Love had me crying. Like every other song, like Jimin Lie was always a gem. So back in the day, they always had these rich quality music that just ear melt lyrically, you're always crying, what I'm saying, or in your feelings or feeling love. Like what's the song? Forever Young. Oh, I love that song. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm old. I guess I'm old. like I'm like that old person in the room where everybody's enjoying something new, and I'm just like, well, back in my day, it used to be like this. It used to be like that. I'm just that old person in the room. So if y'all really mess with the albums that they're putting out now, do not mind me. Just chalk it up to a bitch is old. Okay. I'm old. I've been in here way too long. I need to be doing some other grown folk business, but here I am, pink hair and all, talking about I miss old BTS albums. So just shoot. Let's see. It says Bulletproof Part 2 is my favorite song of them all. What's that other song Tay made? Okay, wait. What are Tay's songs? He had why, like, the word keeps coming in my mind and then leaving. Hold on. Black Luna Speaks says Dreamcatcher is making a comeback and Luna won their first golden disco. Luna won an award. Congrats to Luna. And I saw Dreamcatcher's coming back. I'm excited about that. I'm actually trying to get a Dreamcatcher album and a WJSN album so bad. I did end up getting the Twice's new album is on its way. I don't know when it's gonna get here, and I hope nobody steal it. But Twice's album is on its way because that album was actually bomb. And I'm super surprised that actually this year, like, I've been really feeling the girl groups. Stigma and Singularity. Yes. Those songs, like any song that Tay puts out, or at least is like the main vocal on it, it never flops. Never. You put Tay's voice all over a track, it's never going to be a flop. Never. Not to me, ever. No, it's going to be on my phone. It's going to be on my laptop. It's going to be everywhere I can reach. Like, Tay is so, to me, underutilized, though. Completely underutilized. Y'all know 4 o'clock? Love that song. Love that song. Love o'clock. Love that song. Like, Tay, if they don't give me more music with his voice on it, like, I'm gonna flip. Like, I'm gonna lose my everlasting shit. Like, I love his voice. And it's so funny. I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, I've unstand BTS, but do you know how great BTS is? Like, I'm old. But yeah. But like I was telling y'all, like, I don't know, last year or the year before that, I really think that they should just chill. BTS has so much fame right now. Let the boys rest. Let them recuperate. Let them relax their bodies. Give them a freaking year. Give them 6 months. Like, literally, we have the airplay going on. We don't need to see them every 5 minutes. Let them freaking rest. Give them time to create whatever they want, and then bring them back. Bring them back with a quality album. Bring your musicians and everyone who used to work on the albums before. Bring them back into the game, and I promise you, those albums are going to be, like, amazing. Like, let's see. Taehyung's voice is raspy. Yeah, it's like deep and raspy. It's just, ugh. Jalen said he's my bias, and it's so sad to see how underrated he is. He is absolutely underrated. He's underrated and kind of like in the background. Like, he's like brought up every now and then, like, for his beautiful face. But I'm like, but do you hear his voice? Do you hear his voice, though? Like, do you hear it? Look Up Down Annie says they can't let them rest because they don't have anyone else making their type of money. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I also want to say, I wonder why TXT isn't really taking off as much as I sort of expected it. I think literally they were completely overshadowed by Hyphen like immediately. And it's weird to me. I have not checked out a single Hyphen music video or song, by the way. I know I probably need to. Maybe next week I'll probably do I already did Jimin. I'll do a reading for Dio and I don't know who else, and then probably drop some reactions to Hyphen if you guys want reactions to Hyphen. I don't know anything about them, have not done any reactions to their music or videos, so I don't know how they got overshadowed by Hyphen immediately. I'm like, wow. But then again, y'all said before, y'all like, well, it's a, they were on a show. People got, attached to them because of the show. So, but TXT actually has albums that don't really have skips on them. They don't have many skips on them for me. And I didn't really realize it. But I was sitting there like, no, like TXT's music is really good. And I'm like, why aren't they bigger? You know what I mean? Why are they not bigger? It says, Natalie Green says, well, Big Hit keeps promoting TXT as baby BTS. Yeah. And I knew they did that as soon as when BTS did Dynamite, and then TXT came back out with whatever that song was, where they're wearing the all jeans and it just looks like Dynamite Part 2. I was like, what is this? Like, I was like, what is this? And I'm sorry if I'm gonna offend Army when I say this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Just take it as opinion. You don't have to agree. But I literally feel like it's gotten to a point where BTS, like everybody is like, the music can be okay, but they're really there for streams, and it's really like a power play. That's how I see it. It's like a power play. I see right now a lot of the times it looks like Army is just basically like, we just got to get these views up. We just got to make sure that the album sales are top notch. We just got to keep them up there. And it's like, okay, that's all well and good, but is the album actually worth the views? Like, is the music video worth the views? Is Dynamite on par as, I always say, Blood, Sweat, and Tears? Is it on par with, all these other music videos? Is the quality the same to require this much work and effort? Because I understood it back then. Right now, I'm like, well, they're giving us bubblegum pop. Why is this topping charts? Like, there are so many albums that are out right now that are actually better than this. And again, no shade to BTS, no shade to them at all, because I know they're not making the music right now. They don't have time to, they're tired. But it's just like, I really feel like, stop spamming like albums and all of this stuff if it's really not that deep. And it's not that good, and you're like, it's okay, but I just want it because I want a photo card, or I just want it because BTS has to stay at the top. Like, when is it going to get back to being about the music? When is it going to get back to being about the quality of the music? And like I said again before, another time, like last year, I was like, I get it. I do get it. Like, you want your faves to stay at the top. I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, the more you support lower quality music, the less effort they're going to feel like they want to put into it. And I'm talking about the company again, not BTS, so Army, don't take it personally. But it's just like, the more you support low quality items, the company is going to be like, oh, well, we don't need you to write stuff. We don't need to pay RM, J-Hope, Sugar, Jin, and all the members for contributing to lyrics or anything, because they're happy with Dynamite. You know what I'm saying? Why would we pay the artist actual extra money to write good songs if everybody is topping the charts all around the world for mediocrity? Why would we do that? So if we're doing that, when RM and them gonna get they double check? When they gonna get their extra check for actually writing their songs? Because we sure as hell ain't supporting that. We want their actual personal music. So that's my thought process on it. I feel like if the song and album is not worth it, do not Don't stream it. Don't spam it. Not because you dislike the artist or anything like that, but you also want to promote their own work. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, Big Hit is a company. At the end of the day, Big Hit is a company. And the more you like, like the more you like all of that stuff that they paid $5 on one of them websites and bought a beat, you know what I'm saying? And pay that other the European dude to write some English lyrics and then they just translated it to Korean. The more you pay for that, the less you actually hear the voices of the BTS members. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. um okay. KQ gives ATs time to come out with quality music instead of rushing just to keep them relevant. Yeah, I want to see so much more of ATs. I told you I was going to get an ATs album. I'm going to get it like next month. Next month. I'm trying to save up some money so I can get a few albums. I want to make a little shelf and just put like favorite albums on there. I had like a leak. I hate it. I had a leak and it like destroyed some of my K-pop albums. So I have to re-get some. I'm so sad. I'll probably try to get them back throughout the year, but you know. Dennis says, can you do an N- reading? I plan on doing an N- reading. I plan on going through every single member before I actually get to know any of the members, which I don't plan on getting to know any of the members anyway. At this point, I'm too old. I'm just sitting there like, I don't have time. I don't have the energy to actually try to get into groups anymore. I'm just like, first of all, if you capture me with several videos, then I'll take that time to be like, okay, if you can capture me with at least 3 videos, that's when I'm sitting there like, okay, I need to know who sung that part, who did that part. More than likely, though, I'm just going to be like, okay, this is a good song and move on. I just don't have the energy anymore, y'all. I'm old. I'm telling y'all. Your girl's pushing 30. I'm too old. Too old. Dang it. I was going to say something. Oh, you guys, it's 93 Cubs in here. Welcome and welcome back again. I hope if you're new that you come back next Saturday at 8:30. Join us for these lives. We have a whole lot of fun. Also, if y'all want exclusive readings and exclusive topics, please go check out my Patreon. Like I have a whole lot over there. A whole lot of adult stuff over there too. So if you're interested in uncut, uncensored readings, it's over there. Dennis says, you're almost 30. What? Yes. Yes, I'm almost 30. I was actually in the hair salon today and I had 2 babies doing my hair. One was literally born in 2002. And the other one was, she's 25, so she's not that much younger than me, but they're babies. And I'm like, okay. Like, I was like, okay. And I told the 25-year-old, I said, yeah, no, girl, I don't even know why I put this pink. I only put this pink in my hair because I had dyed my hair pink and I didn't know how the black would look on top of it. So I said, let me just go get some pink, right? And she was like, I'm sorry, what, you're 30? I thought you were younger than me. Like both of the girls, the 2002 girl thought I was her age, if not younger, and so did homegirl doing my hair. And I'm like, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. I know. Don't be fooled by this pink I brought in here, girl. No, ma'am. I'm old. Like, I'm just shoot. 27 here, born in 93. Hey, 93. Hey, 93. Puppies, some woo jokers 2000. Yeah, I know all of y'all are all of my cubs in here. I know most of y'all are I think it's like 17 to 20, 25. Yeah. I know I have like teeny boppers. I think it was like, yeah, about 17 to 25 are mostly all of my cubs here. Oh no, 2004, baby. Oh God, y'all, don't do that to me. Cause I'd be getting stressed when I realize how young y'all are. Don't even, if you're not in the 90s, don't even put, I'm kidding. Y'all can put y'all dates there. But just sometimes I just feel like, oh yeah, y'all are really young. I really do have to watch my words. But you know what? Honestly, let me put it to you this way. Y'all living through so much right now. I don't think I have to mince anything. I don't think I have to mince anything. Lenore says she 91, too old. No, girl, you're not. No, you're not, girl. You're only a year older than me, girl. You're not too old. You're not too old. I mean, we're too old for everybody else, but you're not too old for me, girl. We're in the same boat. Do I have something for Utah? Yes, it's over there. Yeah, I have Utah stuff. Utah stuff sometimes doesn't make it here because Utah is a character. Utah has a lot going on. It's actually so much NCT over on Patreon because it seems like a lot of people who are on Patreon are mostly NCT. I would say all SM people. Everyone who is fans of groups within SM were over on Patreon. So a lot of it is Patreon. A lot of it is like NCT, EXO. There are a few armies in there. So there are a few ship videos or friendship dynamic readings that are over there for BTS. Please keep in mind when I say ship, I literally, it's an umbrella term for friendship, romantic, or whatever kind of relationship. So the reason why, the way I use ship is like, it's really, I'm going to change it to just dynamic reading. But it's just basically I'll read on the relationship between two people with no intention on it being romantic unless someone pays for a romance reading. And if it comes out that it is platonic, then it is what it is. It's just a reading on their dynamic. And if it comes out it's romantic, then it's like, you know, a ship reading, I guess, a ship reading. But that's how it works for me. When I say ship reading, it's an umbrella term that I'm reading on these two members' dynamics and feelings towards each other. It doesn't have to be romantic at all. It's just however it comes out. Okay. Black Nuna said 82 here. I'm on long girl. Yes, 82. That's what's up. SM is king of cultural appropriation. I don't know. JYP be battling with him too. JYP be battling with him too. And YG, I can't even say give it. I can't even really give it to I can't give it to SM. Honestly, I have to give it hands down to YG Entertainment. YG's entire company and every group that he made are literal carbon copies of Black R&B groups and Black pop groups over in America. Everything. There is nothing he made that is original. Nothing. So I'm gonna give that to actually YG, and then I'll say JYP and SM are like, I can't even really rank them. They're all awful. They're all awful. They're dreadful. They're horrible. They're horrible. All of them. All of them. I can't read your name. It's in Japanese. Says JYP. What should she say? JYP can't even take JYP seriously. Me either. Me either. Me either. Like I told y'all the last time, Ash Ketchum need to come catch them all and get that Geodude, get that Onyx up out of here for real, for real. Cube is trash too, because Cube just wanted to be a carbon copy of YG, who was a carbon copy of Black people. So it's like, I don't know. Everything is just I think that they need to rebrand and reform all of the groups, all the companies. Like, figure it out. You know what I mean? I think BTS was doing something really good. I know I bring it back to BTS, but I think BTS was doing something really good when they started adding their own Korean culture to things and kind of blending it and mixing it with other stuff. I think that's a really good way to go. And I think instead of just freaking copying us, y'all have so much beautiful culture. Use it. Use it. Use it. Like, for real. Like, even though I did not like that song, Idol, the concept of the video, or at least the teasers that they gave us and did not give us that in the video, was amazing. And their live performance at the awards show with all the cultural references was amazing. And I think that more companies, if they want to go down the route of using culture, use your own. Use your own. Black Nuna Speaks says JYP is obsessed with Black people, and it's weird that man was dating his wife when she was in her early 30s and him in his mid 40s. Same with YG, but his wife was way younger. Wow. JYAS says JYP gives a narcissistic vibe and seems so obsessed with himself. I agree. I absolutely agree, and I think he is. Make sure you guys like the video if you like it, like being here, and if you enjoy the conversations. No, JYP does not have a black wife. JYP does not have a black wife, not that I know of. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Have you seen ATEEZ perform? I'm sorry, Cookie Monster says, have you seen ATEEZ perform BBMB? No, I did not. I did not see it at all. I didn't know they dropped something like that. I'll check it out. Yeah, Pink Lemon, I really hope Bobby Brown sues them. I don't think he will, but like questions like that or something is what I think I could do on Instagram. Like, like a 2-minute video. Like, will Bobby Brown sue? Has he seen the video? His thoughts? Will he still? Boom, end a video. But I'll see. I'm gonna work some things out. Ozana Young says, am I the only one that has no issue with age gaps? I only have issues when it's illegal. Yeah, I don't have an issue. Okay, it depends. I don't have an issue with age gaps if you're like, older than 25. Older than 25. I have an issue if you're like 40 and you're dating someone who's like 22. I mean, it's not a big issue. It's just like, I'm going to look at you like, I'm going to judge you. I'm going to judge you. I'm going to judge you. It's not going to be an overwhelming, like, but I'm absolutely going to judge you. And I'm going to be like, okay, well, I'm going to keep my eye on you, because if you're 40 dating a 22-year-old, to me, in my mind, I'm like, there's no telling that you won't date an 18-year-old, that you won't date a 17-year-old. There's a certain level of maturity and literal life experience that certain age groups have. And a lot of younger people think, when you're in your 20s, that you have it all figured out. No, the hell you don't. Most people who are actually in their early 20s are still living with their parents, and that's not a bad thing, because the way the economy is set up, it has set us up to fail from the start. Okay, so there are a lot of people within the early 20s, including myself when I was in that age gap, that it's just like, if you are in your mid 30s and up, there is no mental connection to that person in their early 20s. There is not. I know there's a lot of youth who sit there and they're like, oh no, I'm mature for my age. Please trust and believe. Trust me and believe. If you have to tell yourself that you're mature for your age, or if you have to tell somebody else you're mature for your age when you're dating someone, you don't need to be with them. You don't need to be with them. I promise you. If your significant other constantly tells you, I like you because you're so mature, that's a trigger word. I want you to keep in mind, for all of you who may be dating someone older, if someone tells you, what I like about you, you're so mature, and there's a big age gap within your relationship, that's grooming. Know that he's grooming you. Know that she's grooming you. Know that they're grooming you. Okay? Just know that. But if you're like 26 and you're dating someone in their 30s, I don't care. 25, I still don't care too much either. But 24 and younger, I'm kind of like, that person, okay, well, But yeah, just be careful, y'all. Just be careful. Trust and believe that these older people who seek people with large age gaps, trust and believe that it's deliberate. It's very deliberate that they got you and they're not with someone who's in their age group, whose credit score matches theirs. Trust and believe, especially if you don't have a car and they have a car. Trust and believe they're deliberately trying to groom you. Trust and believe that. I don't care how much you love him, her, them. I don't care how much you do, how much they say they love you. Trust and believe that they're deliberately grooming you. That's what they're doing. Just keep that in mind. Let's see. JYP works his female idols to death while they're in their prime, and throws them to the side when they start getting too old. Absolutely. Well, I'm surprised at how long he actually worked with Wonder Girls, believe it or not. But I think Wonder Girls was like his first biggest girl group, so I guess I can't really use them as an example. Um, let's see. Marie Jane says, I don't really see why older people seek minors. Like they don't have jobs, will bring nothing to the relationship, and it's typically super immature. See, the thing is with older people is that they want somebody who relies on them to do what they need to do. So if let's say you're a younger person, right, and you don't got a car, so you could call your boo up and be like, hey, let me, can you give me a ride? They're going to give you that ride. They're going to give you that ride, or they're going to make you work for it, right? They're going to make you work for that ride. They're going to be what they want to do is they want to give you everything. They want to be your ride. They want to be the one to give you some money if you need some extra money when your parents ain't gonna give you any, or you don't have a job, or you do have a job and it's not paying you much. They're going to make sure that they can supply you with a lot of things, and then you get to a point where they start cutting you off, right? And then they stop giving you so much, and then you're like, well, what's going on, like what's wrong, and then you're thinking something is wrong with you, and that's when they start demanding more of someone who's younger. They're like demanding more from you, the person who's younger. They're like, okay, well, I drive you this way, I drive you that way, but I need you to get in bed with me every day before I go to work. When I get home, I need you to be here. That's when it starts to become they start to put these restrictions on you, and you're so reliant on them at that point. That it's just like you fear that if you don't, you're not going to be able to get to work, or you're not going to be able to get to school because you don't have a car in there, your ride, or you're not going to be able to pay for that thing you already, started working on. Let's say you started getting your hair done and you're relying on him to pay for it because, he's your sugar daddy or he's whatever. He's gonna be like, oh, I don't have to pay. I'm not gonna pay that. Did you bed me today? Okay, are you gonna do that today? Well, if not, then you're on your own. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it works. They want you to be extremely dependent on them so they can use and manipulate you, and then they can make you feel horrible for not living up to some unrealistic standard that they have placed on you. And you're just so desperate to not only please, but also keep yourself safe and keep whatever you have going, that you're just putting up with so much, as so it says it, manipulation and abuse. Momolake says it. Submissive says, my sister dated a 24-year-old when she was 15. She did not date no 24-year-old. She was taken advantage by a 24-year-old, and he needed to be in jail. Period, point blank. Just, I feel bad because a lot of younger people will think, oh, where we're like, don't date anyone who's older. Like, trust me, you're not mature. It's like they see it as an attack on them. Like, no, we are mature. We have jobs. We have this, that, and the third. And it's like, it's not about you. It's about them. It's not about who you are. It's about who they are and what they want from you and how they can get it from you because of who you are. You know what I mean? So please, for those of you who are dating someone or is in a toxic relationship with someone who is older, like really older than you, know that we're not attacking you in any way. We're just trying to let you know that the person you're dating is a predator. Okay? Because I'm just saying this because I've seen and I've been around people who really take offense when we're like, we try to tell them, like, girl, like, you're not mature. It's not your maturity. It's not, oh, because they'll be like fighting me like, oh, no, well, I have my job. I work at Little Caesars, and it's full time. And so, and I'm like, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's not about that. I'm just letting you know that person is a predator. Like, girl, you're 16. He's 42. He's 42. You know? Let's see. Let's see. She might be grown, but that girl was still groomed. I know you're not trying to justify grooming, sweetie. Ooh, wait. I'm trying to. What did I miss? Yes, as Black Nuna Speak says, 96 people in here. Please thumbs up the live. Yes, thumbs up. Please show some love. Show some love to the Cubs. Show some love to yourselves. If you're in here, and you stay here, we're almost hitting our hour mark. Show some love for yourself and hit the thumbs up button because you're part of the video and you're part of the conversation, and you're doing yourself a disservice. Come on, like this chat it's lit and it's educational. It's educational. Hi, Christy. It says yes, both Taemin and Crystal got into SM at 14. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about idols. Let's talk about idols in their joining dates. And I get like the attraction is youth, right? But that's weird. That's weird. Let's talk about that. Idols should not be in these companies under the age of 18. That's what I want to say. I understand that they're like, oh, they have these trainings and all of that. I don't think idols should be idols before 18. At all. At all. I think everyone should be 18 if they're going to debut. Everyone. There should be nobody under the age of 18. In fact, I really want to push it and say 21. I really want to push it and say 21. If you can't drive, if you can't sign no contracts by yourself without parental guidance, you should not be in these companies. There should be no reason why companies should own children. No reason. No reason. No reason at all. And that's how I view it. That's how I view it. I mean, you're free to disagree. It's fine. No reason why companies should own children. No reason. Not at all. Down Art says agree. Angel completely agree. Pink Lemon says yeah. People are already sexualizing Jisung from NCT already. Exactly. There should be no reason. I'm gonna say 21, not 18, because 18 is still really, you're in the prime, especially because these children have not gotten to get their full experience of socializing and growing in school and class and around people who make sense, you know what I'm saying, before they're shoved into a company where people are forcing them to do child labor. Forcing them to do child labor, forcing them to work unreasonable hours or train for unreasonable hours. And they're doing all of this stuff just for when they hit adulthood to have to pay everything back. These kids don't know what they're signing. They're 14, they're 13. They don't know what they're signing. They don't know what their parents have signed them up to. So it's when I see it, I'm like, that's why, like, some of y'all back in the day, like when TXT first was coming through, I was like, I can't stand them, they're too young. You know what I'm saying? They're too young. Hold on. Yeah, I was like, I can't stand them, they're too young. They're too young. Because this is like, a lot of these groups are being exposed to so much. And like, even when I read on what's going on in some of these companies, I'm like, no, y'all are exposing these kids to a lot of stuff that they don't need to see. There's a lot of stuff that's around them that they don't need to see. As some of y'all who watched my TXT reading before I took it down know what I found in some of these companies, and it's still there. It's still prominent in there. It's there and it's around them and they see it. It's even in the Bongyu one. The uncensored version is on Patreon, but even in the Bongyu one, he sees what's there. He sees what's around him and he doesn't even want it for himself. So if y'all have not seen the Bongyu reading, please go to Patreon. You may want to subscribe for uncut, uncensored videos. It's over there on Patreon. But it's around these kids and they're seeing this, and some of them are honestly traumatized by it. Some of these kids are really traumatized by it. Like this really scars them. That's why a lot of idols don't make it. There's a lot of idols who don't make it. Like you're sitting there, you haven't socialized, you're in this company from age 13, you debut in a group and there's millions of people who hate you. Imagine that. Imagine that. You're working from 13, doing what your parents told you to do. You're studying or what you wanted to do. You're studying, you're trying to make music, you're trying to sing. You finally accomplish your dream and you're in a group and you're 16 or you're 18 and you're like, yay, I'm in a group. You debut, you drop your first song ever, and you go to the comments and everyone in there is calling you ugly. Everyone is calling you everything but a child of God, out your name, and you have to deal. These children are dealing with this mental stress from that young age, because even when they're young, these company these managers and these people are saying, oh, you're too ugly, you're too darker skinned, you need a nose job, you're too fat. So this is what they're going through from that age that they jump into the company all the way to their debut, for the years that they're making music. These people have social phobias. Some of these idols don't want to be in public. Some of these idols are scared to actually look at their phone. Some of these idols don't be reading the chats because they know what people are saying. These idols are having anxiety issues. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they don't need to be debuting this young. They don't. Debut grown people. Please debut grown people. Please debut grown people. Please. Like, ugh. Rant over. I'm sorry. Rant is over. Over. I'm done. I'm just going to move on. I'm going to move on. Like I said, y'all, I'm old. Okay. So, um, yeah, so many, because we're seeing idols falling out left, right, and center now with anxiety issues. Like, come on. And then you don't give these people proper breaks. Like over here in the US, a celebrity gonna take a break when they need to take a break. You bet your butt. Frank Ocean has still not returned after he got all that smoke from people who were upset at him. Frank Ocean has not returned. He said, okay, you're going to disrespect me. You're going to miss my music. Best believe Rihanna did not return. Rihanna has not returned. But see, as grown folk, and they have, I think Rihanna came in there young too, but she was like 18. I think she was like 18. But I'm saying there's a different kind of freedom that some of these celebrities have over here, where they're like, okay, no more. They can actually cut it off and be like, no more. Not all of them, but a good portion of them that can be like, oh no, this how we're being. Okay, y'all can wait. Y'all can keep waiting for that next album. Y'all can keep waiting for it. But them kids to them companies, they can't do that. They can't do that. They can't do that. ATs can't sit up there like, you know what, y'all are really disrespecting my one member, or y'all are really disrespecting us. But y'all want another album? Okay, y'all can wait for that. Y'all can wait for that. Y'all can wait for that. They can't do that. Okay. Girl, Esther World, you are very late, girl, because I'm about to clock out. I'm about to clock out. We've talked about everything under the sun, sis. I sat here and ranted about a lot of things. Um, that's what I mostly did. Who said it? Wait, somebody got sent frogs? Pink Lemon said, I've noticed in Asian cultures, they don't believe in resting and working themselves because they feel like they're not honoring their family. Yeah, I noticed that too. It's like they really believe in like overworking themselves, like that, like hard work is honorable, and hard work is honorable, but overwork is not. You're dishonoring yourself. But you know what? Let me pause there, because that's not my culture. I can't say that. That's their culture. That's not my culture. I have no grounds to speak on that. So I'm gonna redact my statement. I have no say on that. No say on it. Um, Henry is horrified of frogs and they sent him frogs. Wow. But that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what they have to deal with. That, mm. I'll never understand it. Never understand. It should be illegal. It should be illegal. It should be illegal. It really should. Like, child actors are one thing. Child actors are one thing, but idols, performers, musicians, well, certain. I guess there's a certain bias because I mean, like, I guess if I say I don't want idols, who are under 21 to debut, like, I guess it's like, well, what about these piano prodigies and these, young people who do opera and all of these? Like, well, what about them? I'm not sure. I don't have any extra thoughts on that, but idols in particular are what I'm talking about. So they said they wanted him to apologize. That's an excuse. That's an excuse. Okay. That's an excuse. A lot of people, like I try to tell you guys, a lot of people will use Black trauma as an excuse to hurt people. And I mean, non-Black people will do this. Non-Black people will do this. They will use Black trauma as an excuse to hurt people. So Henry did what he did, right? And what he deserved was for people to tell him, you need to apologize. This was wrong. Don't ever do it again. People who hate him will be like, you know what? Boom, there's my excuse. Now I can send horrible things. Now I can traumatize this person. Now I can do whatever I want because, see, those people are mad at him. So I'm going to use their excuse. I'm going to put their name on this paper. I'm going to say Black Lives Matter and throw a rock through your window. That's what they do. That's what people do. And so then everybody looks at Black people like, how y'all, I can't believe y'all did this. This is y'all fault. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. It really isn't. It really isn't. These are people who are literally taking advantage of something and they're using this as an excuse to hurt and traumatize other people. That's not us. We're not even over there like that. Don't play. Exactly. Babe Ruth said it wasn't even a Black person either, so you're right. That's what I'm saying. We don't do stuff like that. We really don't. We really don't. We really don't. Of course, I can't speak with every single person, but majority of us don't do that. Like, we really don't. Yes, he put on like this like Rasta hair, and it was just like, girl, if you don't stop. And it was like annoying. It was really annoying to me, but I didn't really care because I don't care. It's not, I don't care. Correction. I'm so used to it that I wasn't surprised is the word I want to say. Exactly. Natalie, it's really unfortunate because it makes it very hard for us to get a point across. All right, y'all. I'm tired. My head hurts. These braids are sore. I need to oil my scalp. I need to take my behind one to bed. I love you, Cubs. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you check out my Patreon if you're interested in uncut, uncensored content, dynamic ship readings, whatever it may be. Make sure you take care of yourselves, take care of your health, wash your hands, make sure you eat, make sure you stay hydrated, drink your water. Do whatever you need to do to make sure that you are in your happy place. I love, 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 love you all so much. And I'm going to go. I'm going to go. Yes, Lion Cubs. Hey. I will see you guys again in the Lion's Den. All right. Bye. Oh, Bye.